felony in shocking secret phone call. Barack Obama has left the United States, pretending to still be president and giving the real president, Donald Trump, the perfect time to drop a shocking truth bomb right on Barack's head. Robert Mueller's witch hunt was a plan hatched by Obama, James Comey, and Hillary Clinton to oust Trump. But now, Trump has orchestrated a release of the secret, quote-unquote, phone call showing the former president committing a felony. So, don't miss this. President Donald Trump's former campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, left the campaign in June 2016, but remains extremely close and loyal to Trump. Lewandowski has just released a book, a tell-all, and behind the scenes looks at the president's rise during the 2016 campaign. Make no mistake, Lewandowski's book, titled Let Trump Be Trump, is no doubt something the president encouraged and privately endorsed, as it brilliantly sheds light on crucial meetings and phone calls. It's been proven through FISA warrants that Obama was listening in on these meetings and phone calls, and one in particular between Steve Bannon and Paul Manafort proves that Trump was, quote-unquote, set up by Obama and his lying leaker cohort, former FBI Director James Comey. There is no dispute that Paul Manafort's phone was tapped by the Obama administration after Judicial Watch obtained the warrants. The game Obama was playing, egged on by Comey, was to use Manafort, Trump's interim campaign manager, who he fired after 2 months. Obama used Manafort's ties to Ukrainian government officials as the quote-unquote evidence to obtain the wiretaps. So when Manafort came on board in June 2016, replacing Lewandowski, every phone call and every meeting was heard by Obama and Comey. The one phone call that Obama, Comey, and Robert Mueller never want you to know about is recounted in Lewandowski's book, Let Trump Be Trump. Lewandowski writes, quote, "It was August 14th, 2016, a Sunday night, and Trump Tower was relatively empty. It was Steve Bannon's first day on the Trump campaign, so he made his way to the 14th floor and found a desk. Just as he was settling in, his phone rang. It was Manafort, who had become the Trump campaign manager, replacing me," end quote. Recounting the phone call Obama was listening in on, Lewandowski continues, quote, "Manafort was asking if they could meet." "Sure, where are you?" Steve asked. "Trump Tower," Manafort said. "Well, that's convenient," Steve thought. "I'm in 43G, he said. Manafort goes to Trump Tower 43G to meet Bannon, and his cell phone, which is tapped, turns into a listening device with Obama and Comey listening in. Quote, "The apartment, like all the apartments in Trump Tower, was beautiful, with a drop-dead view. Manafort wanted Steve to look at a transcript of a story, yet another one that a New York Times reporter had sent to him. Bannon read the first 3 paragraphs and then looked up at him. $12.7 million payment from Ukraine? How much of this is true?" Bannon asked. "It's all lies," Manafort said. "My lawyers are fighting it." When are they going to run it?" Bannon asked. "They're threatening to publish tomorrow." "Does Trump know about this?" "What's to know? It's all lies." "But if it's in the paper, someone has to give Trump a heads up, because if it's in the paper, it's reality." "It was a long time ago," he added. "I had expenses." Bannon knew that he had what he had in his hand. It was an explosive page-1 story, and even if the story was not true, it was in the effing Times, the New York Times. At the very least, it would leave a mark. Just as Steve had thought, the story ran the next day, August 15th, on page 1 above the fold. Trump said when he read it, "I've got a crook running my campaign," end quote. Immediately, Trump fired Manafort, who had been hired by Jared Kushner. He fired him over the taint of scandal, not anything to do with Russia. Manafort had worked for a Ukrainian presidential candidate, not anyone in Russia, and he was paid by them in 2014. Manafort was fired based on the bad optics, and whatever Manafort did or did not do back in 2014 had nothing to do with Trump. That is obvious. It's also obvious to anyone listening to this phone call that Trump was not colluding with Manafort or Russia. That's absurd. However, based on this phone call, Obama, Comey, and Hillary Clinton hatch a plan. It's August 2016. The election is 2 months away. They decide to leak bogus information to the media on Manafort colluding with the Russians. They tie Trump to Manafort, hoping Americans will reject Trump. That is where this entire bogus Mueller investigation comes from. Now Obama conveniently left the United States at the same time Lewandowski's book is coming out. He knows it's incriminating. It incriminates him on several felony counts. It definitely is no coincidence that Lewandowski's book is coming out right now. Trump is a master planner and using this book to tell the American people that Barack Obama is guilty of obtaining illegal FISA warrants, a felony, and illegally listening in to a presidential candidate's campaign, another felony. Richard Nixon faced impeachment over orchestrating a break-in at the Democratic headquarters at Watergate Hotel during a presidential campaign, and what Obama has done is much worse. Nixon, scared of a trial, resigned the presidency. His accomplices went to prison over the break-in. Americans need to understand the travesty of justice going on with this ridiculous witch hunt Robert Mueller is carrying out for his best friend, James Comey. He is protecting Comey, Obama, and Hillary Clinton from criminal charges. They should all be heading to prison. We all know this, and now we have the proof. Every American has a duty to demand an end to Mueller-Frakes investigation, and Attorney General Jeff Sessions either starts indictments on these crooks or he needs to resign. President Trump is fighting a lone battle. He has no support from the GOP nor from the FBI. The FBI, of course, is compromised. We just learned with Strzok. The whole of the FBI is under Hillary's thumb. Nor from the Justice Department. Let Trump know we support cleaning house at the FBI, at the Justice Department, and the State Department. The future of our republic is at stake, and Trump must win.